welcome back to Shaving with Fuzzy. I'm Fuzzy. Hi, y'all. On Friday evening. Well, it's Friday night. Come on, it's almost 8 o'clock. Got work for 10 tonight. Was off today, so that was nice because yesterday, let's see, what was yesterday? Today's Friday, Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday was a really long day going into Thursday. And then I was off yesterday, didn't go in until 10 tonight. So I got a lot of sleep because I was dead when I got home Thursday morning. I'll tell you that story in a minute. But anyway, so we're going to do our little Friday night thing here. Kind of a mismatch of thing, no real theme. Hadn't used tobacco in a while. Tabac. I mean, this stuff is love it or hate it. Me, the scent is what people say, oh, this scent, that scent, whatever. People don't like the scent. Remember, scent doesn't do anything for performance. Now, I realize it can enhance your adventure in your shaving or the spirit that you're in or the way you feel it, whatever. I get it. I do. But scent has nothing to do with performance. But anyway, you either love it or you hate it. Me, I like tobacco. I think it's a big old bucket of German goodness. That's the only way I know to explain it. I've said that before and I like it. So I was digging around and looking for some gun oil. And I'll tell you that story in a minute. It goes along with my other story. And I ran across my bottle of Brasso. So I shook it up real good because it had been sitting a while. It was all separated. And look at there. Look at that. That's my favorite 1912 with the bait-like handle that's always got the patina on it. It'll be back, but that's there. So it went from something similar to this to that was just a few minutes worth of, literally 2 minutes. I didn't work on it too much. I spread it on with a rag, and I got an old toothbrush, and I toothbrush it up, and I rinse it off, and that's what you get. It don't take long if that's what you like. I'm fine with the patina, but anyway, that's what we got. So I got my old Ever Ready 200 handle with the golden nib silver tip in it. Like I said, the first, you've heard it a million times, first brush I reknotted, I think. But anyway, that's what we're using, and then we're going to finish it off with some Day Logic. This is their knockoff of Skin Bracer. The ultimate, in my book, old man scent. That's it right there. It don't get no more old man scent than, Skin Bracer. I think that's even more old man than Aqua Velva or Old Spice. And it may have been one of the first ones. I can't remember now if they were making Aqua Velva before they were making Skin Bracer or the other way around. But I think Skin Bracer is older. But anyway, doesn't matter. That's what we're doing tonight. So we got a little growth here. So every year when you work as an armed security officer, which I do, and every year you have to go take a class and qualify. Now, after you do it the first time, you should be able to go and get a refresher. And that's just refresh yourself on the laws and everything, and you go and you shoot your qualification course and you should go home. However, with the instructor that we have, it never works that way. Ever. There's no such thing as a refresher with this guy. He loves to hear himself talk. I actually like the guy. His class is okay. He teaches a lot of good stuff. I kind of like the way he teaches, but he's your normal, absolutely 100% normal gun instructor guy. And if you haven't dealt with gun instructor guys, they're a unique group. Now, I can see myself being that way if I wanted to take the time and do all that, but anyway, I'm not. And so this is one of the old guys that's an old police officer. He's been EMS. He's taught this. He's taught that. He does all the different trainings with the batons and things like that. So, he's one of those guys. He's a smart guy. He's a good guy. But these type of guys think that everybody should work at their level. Now, I realize that as an armed security officer, I should have some skills and be able to protect myself and protect others. I get it. I do. I know where he's coming from. But, some of the people that are in class ain't going to get that. And we keep pushing to it. So anyway, the long of it was, got there at 6 in the morning, left at 7 that night. Got there at 9 and left at 7 that night. That's a long day. Did take an hour for lunch. I normally don't take the lunch, but I had some issues early in the morning, so I was running far enough behind that I didn't stop and get breakfast. Now, I could have, and still not been late for the class, ended up, but anyway, I didn't. So I took some time and ran down to the local Jack in the Box and got me a little burger. Jack in the Box is not my favorite burgers. However, if you're ever around a Jack in the Box and you want a good breakfast and you like a breakfast burrito, Their number 22, which is a sausage burrito, it's got egg and cheese and all the other stuff on it, sauce and this thing, is really good. I get one with a large Diet Coke, and it costs me $8.89. And it's enough that it keeps me full till I can get something to eat in the afternoon. Now, you'll notice I didn't put a whole lot of soap on my face when I was doing the tobacco. It doesn't take a tremendous amount. Matter of fact, I got more than I need as it is. You don't have to sit there and rub your face forever with a shave stick to get enough to work. And you'll notice this brush is a golden nib, silver tip, that I've had for years and years and years. And it's in this beautiful little Ever Ready 2. Now, I've seen some handles that had an even prettier green than this. Now, when I ordered this one, this is the green that it had, and I was always happy with it. I got it because other people were getting them and doing them. I said, hey, that looks pretty darn good. And I went and got them. So anyway, that was my day. So, and then I had worked till 10 o'clock the night before, so I did get a few hours sleep before I had to get up in the morning, get ready for class. And then after class, I had to be at work 10 to 6 that night. So when I got in Thursday morning, it was without doubt time for a nap. But gun class is always fun. We go over stuff. You always learn a little stuff. And like I said, there's always the people in the class that are, I've been doing this a long time. And I try to help people out and do things. And you always got that one guy in the class that's been there and done everything, usually ex-military. And he wants to do everything over the top. Well, we had that guy in the class. Nice guy, I'm not going to say he's not, but he's well over the top. And as we were doing the drills, every year, regardless of whether you've done it before or not, you end up having to go through how to take the weapon apart, how to clean it, how to make sure it's unloaded, all this stuff. And we go through it, and some people fumble through it. I get it pretty good. I'm not a fan of Glock particularly, and that gets a lot of people's nerves, but we're not going to go into that, but I'm not. But I know how they operate. I know how to take them apart. I know how to clean them, whatever. But, this is the guy that sits there with his hands up and ready, racing everybody. And it's like, dude, there ain't no clock on this. Ain't no need to race. And generally, I wasn't racing. I generally have everything done about the same time he got it done. But anyway, you're always going to have those people. And then this is one of those instructors that can't stay on topic. It doesn't take much at all for somebody to say something and he's off on a tangent. Where the rest of us are sitting there going, hey, come on, we want to get out of here and go do something. Some of us have work. We don't want to sit all day in class, even though we get paid to be there and the company pays for the course. We still don't want to sit there all day. But this guy would get the instructor off, and it's just horrible. Nice guy. I'm not saying he's not. So at the end of the day, we do our test. They have a 50-question written test, and then you have to do your shooting, your practical. And I ended up grading. We swapped papers, and then the instructor calls out the right answers, and we end up grading papers. And dude had the last name as me. He's not even kin to me. I know that side of the family. He's not kin to me, but he had the same last name. I also scored 8 points better on the test than he did. I made a 98. I missed one question that I should have got. But anyway, and I'm pretty proud of that because the instructor has a habit of conveniently leaving the room and with the test out. So, his deal is he wants people to pass. So, if somebody goes and looks at it. But anyway, so most of the class was sitting there sharing answers and getting their answers straight and all this stuff. And they looked down at me and it's like, no, I don't need that. I learned the material. And this guy even said that, if I don't pass the test, I reckon I shouldn't pass the course. I don't have to cheat. Not my thing. Now, I didn't shoot real good this time because I was really tired and I was frustrated and all I wanted to do was leave. So I blasted out the rounds and I made enough to pass. Actually, I accidentally pulled a couple of rounds off on the side of the target, 3 to be exact. And if I'd have paid a little bit more attention, I wouldn't have pulled those 3. But I did, and that knocked my score down 15 points. If I'd have had those 15 points back, I'd have shot pretty good. What I normally shoot, which is, I'm not an Annie Oakley. But also, if you shoot really good and stuff like that, then people expect you to shoot like that. If you ever have a problem, and if somebody, especially a defense lawyer, ever gets a hold of that score, then they're going to say, well, you can shoot this good. Why couldn't you shoot my client in the leg or something like that, which you don't do when you do defense. But that's what defense lawyers do, is try to muddy things up like that. But anyway, that's not the reason I didn't shoot so good. I never shoot a possible. Possible is 250 points. I never shoot that. I don't shoot enough, I guess, and I'm just not. But anyway, I don't do it. I shoot high 230s, low 240s, and I'm good with it, and I go home. But anyway, neither here nor there. But so anyway, I should have cleaned my weapon yesterday. I'll admit it. I should have, after going to the range and all. But anyway, I got it cleaned tonight, and I was hunting around for my gun oil. And because I use gun oil for other things than guns around here. And I couldn't find it, but I found my Brasso. And then I found a can of my gun oil. It was on top of the refrigerator, which is a good place to look in the first place, right? That's probably where I should have looked to start with. And then when I got the Brasso out, I found a second can. So now I have both cans of gun oil, or 2 cans of gun oil, and I've already finished cleaning my gun. That was good. All right, but that's how we got our razor cleaned up. How you like it? So Michael, my buddy Michael, made another video. He's using the name Michael, the old-fashioned shaver. And this is a 2-part video, because apparently, he dropped his phone. Now, I've done that. There's videos where I dropped it and went in the water. And I've had those moments, so I understand it. So anyway, here's the 2-part video, because when he dropped it, I guess he accidentally hit the stop button. So he just went back and picked up from where he was and made it a 2-part video. So if you get a chance, check out Michael. He's a good guy. Knows what he's doing with a razor. He's got more razors actually in his collection than I do. That's the gentleman that gave me the unmentionables here a while back. He's given me several unmentionables over the years. Most of them were slants. And I'm really appreciative of that. Yeah. Really appreciative. So we're gonna clean up our razor blade here. Now remember, hold it by the the spine so you don't cut your finger. It's extremely important when you're doing this kind of stuff not to cut a finger. How do I know that? Because I've cut fingers before. Remember, good decisions come from experience. Unfortunately, experience comes from bad decisions. So I've made a few over the years and paid for it sometimes with blood. This time, no blood. Just a really, really, really nice shave from the Tabac and my favorite 1912 that we shined up a little bit and everything. Back in tonight, and then I'm scheduled off the weekend. And, if they want to call me in to do a little work, I won't mind, but we'll see how it goes. We're doing pretty good for personnel right now. Although that doesn't last. That's one thing about security work. Doesn't seem to matter what company you're from. I've worked for the biggest companies. I've worked for some small family companies that always need people. And then these days, the people you get, don't get me started on this rant because we'll be here forever. These days, the people you get are just horrible sometimes. They don't show up, and they need all kinds of days off for this excuse or that off. And, I can't work all those long shifts, and I can't walk all this time. It's like, just squeeze your head in a vice or something. But anyway, there you go. Right now we're doing pretty good. All right, that's going to do me. So look, Tabac. If you haven't tried it, you need to. It's good. It's a German soap. It's really, really good stuff. And since you can't get Irish Moose anymore, I think that's probably the top of the German soaps in my book. And you'll either love the scent or not. I don't know anybody that's, it's okay. Now that I said that, I'll get, comments. I think it's just okay. I don't like it. I don't hate whatever. You either like it or you hate it is what I've always found with Tabac. Me, I like it. Big old bucket of German goodness. There we go. Have a good night. I'm going to have to start getting ready for work. Whoever you are, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, happy shaves to you.